What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming through on a quick drive special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. And if you haven't already subbed in, sub in. And welcome. You all are definitely welcome, no doubt. And of course, if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Make sure you hit that like sign. I got games coming for y'all. We gonna get back to it. And when we do get back to it, make sure you take the money off the floor. And as always, Sports Prediction 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win and want to show love. Alright? But now, let's go ahead and get to the chop. Let's go ahead and get to the chop. Of course, we got fights on ESPN tonight. We got Keyshawn Davis and Baranchyk fighting tonight. So make sure y'all don't miss that in case you didn't know. And what we came here to talk about on this one is can Tank Davis be protecting the O himself? Do we have Tank right now, in a time like right now, actually trying to protect the O himself? Before I go any further, I want to say this video right here, this video is for my guy, Blunt Sports. And if y'all not subscribed to Blunt Sports, B-L-U-N-T, Blunt Sports, S-P-O-R-T, Blunt Sports Boxing, make sure y'all go sub up if you haven't already went over there and subbed up. Great channel. Excellent channel. And he come on he go live mostly on Friday nights and Saturday nights if you want to catch him on his live show. Definitely a great channel for the YouTube Boxing Talk community. So now, let's get to what we came to chop about. First, I want to ask y'all something. Let me ask y'all something. How is it that BFTB, Bark for the Bone, took the time to do a video and point out Baranchyk supposedly calling out Shakur? When Baranchyk in the ring that he showed, when Baranchyk said Shakur name, he said Shakur name along with three other names, including Keyshawn Davis' name. So how did you see that? How did you see that call out? And make sure you try to downplay Shakur, whereas though that wasn't even really a Shakur call out. But how did you see that and pay attention to that so closely, but you didn't see or mention Bud calling for Jermell Charlo when Jermell was right there on the side of the ring? But you never talk about that. That's what I be trying to figure out. So let's get to what we got to talk about. So Tank Davis fans. So look, what are Tank Davis accomplishments in the sport of boxing without the $1 million a fight he was being paid to knock out guys? We also do know that the $1 million he was being paid to knock out guys prepared to be knocked out. in showcase events pushed by the PBC. That's what we seen going on all this time. We also do know that Ryan Garcia is the one and only fighter that Tank ever did 500K pay-per-view buys or better with. Ryan Garcia. Throughout the entire resume. Alright? Throughout the entire fucking resume. Alright? We all know this. This is facts. This is facts. So let's not talk about money that never got to a Floyd level. It never got to a Floyd level of money per fight. Let's just talk about, it never got to that. So let's just talk about the accolades that you can pick up in the sport. You feel me? That's all I want to talk about is the accolades that you can pick up in the sport. So Tank won his first super belt at 130 pounds against Pedraza, which was a great win and a fan-friendly fight because fans were highly interested in seeing Tank win his first super title from Pedraza. For me, it's Tank's biggest win to this day. That was a great night with Tank getting started with a legacy moment. Tank versus Pedraza was a legacy moment for sure. Now, after fighting Pedraza, so many of us expect Tank to start taking the other 3 remaining belts. Tevin Farmer eventually got one of those belts, but Tank never gave Tevin the unification fight. Didn't give Miguel Burchout a unification fight. And of course, he never unified with Lomachenko at 130 pounds either. And then after that, we seen Tank go in fights with guys like D-Level, Lame, Walsh, who wasn't a title holder. Guys being pulled up like D-Level, Jesus, Salar, D-Level, Hugo Ruiz, guys like C-Level, Ricardo Nunes. And then when Tank went to 135 pounds, instead of fighting one of the super belt holders, he fight Gamboa, who was holding a second tier belt, the one that you get out the Cracker Jack box and just fake like you got the real shit. And keep in mind, y'all, Leo Santa Cruz, of course, was a name coming up to 130, but we all knew Leo was getting knocked out. That's why Leo versus Tank couldn't do 500K pay-per-view buys or better, because we already know who was winning that fight before they fought. We knew who was going to win the fight before they even fought. Tank going to 140. Tank going to 140 and not challenge the undisputed champion that was the holder of 4 belts, and Josh Taylor wasn't a good look for Tank career at all. You feel me? I'm trying to tell y'all, Tank going to 140 and not fighting the guy that had all the belts at 140, all the super belts, that wasn't a good look for Tank at all. And Floyd had to know that. Why would Tank go to the 140-pound division and not at least take those 4 belts from Josh Taylor for undisputed? Instead, the guy out here trying to defend, he went to that 140-pound division and fought the guy that had the Crackerjack box belt and Mario Barrios. That's what y'all out here trying to defend. Mario Barrios gave Tank a pretty good fight, but the bottom line, we can't just slide it under the rug. We can't slide under the rug. It's the fact that Mario Barrios was a nobody holding a second-tier belt. Josh Taylor was the champion. You can't even unify with a second-tier belt. Gamboa at 135 and Mario Barrios at 140 for Tank were second-tier Crackerjack belts. Now, the belt Tank holding right now at 135 is the real deal. These are the belts. Those are the belts that Devin Haney relinquished when he decided to move up to 140, which gave Shakur, Tank, Loma, and Barancek a chance to become super belt holders at 135, which is cool. I don't really care how y'all got the belts. The point is, y'all have them now at 135. The only other super belt Tank has ever held was the one he got from Pedraza at 130, which he did lose that belt on the scale, and he got the belt off the win off Santa Cruz in the same 130-pound division, and that wasn't unification. You lost your belt on the scale, and you just won another belt again. No unification fights ever, just like Deontay Wilder did. You won a super belt, and then never unified with another belt holder, just like Deontay Wilder. So, the Turk peeped out the bullshit going on in boxing with fighters protecting the O, and came up with a plan. And the plan included paying their guys to come out and fight your biggest threats, to you losing your O, for an unusual amount of money. The kind of money that you haven't been used to making, because we're in the United States and we don't pay for what we didn't ask for. The only way to get 500K pay-per-views or buys or better in the United States is you got to be in A-level versus A-level matchup. You got to be in that kind of matchup. When an A-level fighter fighting C-level people, they know that, and your management can only, they know that what kind of fight it is, and your management can only pay you but so much money for that kind of fight. They can only pay you but so much money to fight somebody nobody even asked to see him fight. And on top of that, we don't even know the opponent. Never heard of him until his name was brought up or brought to our attention by y'all saying y'all get ready to fight him. How would anybody expect to make 20 mil to 40 mil a fight when you get those kind of opponents? Floyd got 200 mil to fight Manny because the fans were that desperate to see it. Yeah. Floyd would never done 200 mil in one fight with Robert Guerrero, with C-level Robert Guerrero, because the fans wasn't checking for that. And the bottom line is, none of y'all can beat Floyd. The timing for Floyd, the timing of things for Floyd was different. Timing was different. And Floyd do got those names on his resume. And Floyd did take super belts. He took a super belt or two in every division that he went in. Never undisputed, but the man was a 5-division champion. Why, when Floyd went in every division he went in, he took the super belt? But he sent Tank the 130. He sent Tank the 135 to take a second tier belt from Gamboa. And a second tier belt at 140 against Barrios instead of Josh Taylor, who had all 4 super belts for undisputed. I don't understand that. I never understand why they did that. And now Tank gets on an interview and said he want Turk to send him Ferraris, and actually talking like he's serious, not knowing he exposing the terrified in his heart right now. That's what he making himself look like. Looking like he's scared. He know to himself that Turk laughing at him and would never take the time to go buy him 4 Ferraris. Turk saying the kid gotta be on joke time. Cause Turk got 4 Ferraris cash. And you can go buy the Ferraris. You can go buy the Ferraris his motherfucking self. He can do that himself. You and your team can go to the Ferrari dealer and buy 4 Ferraris, and y'all niggas pull off the lot together like it's nothing. But you not getting 4 Ferrari money to bring up an unknown fighter from 130. That's not getting 4 Ferrari money. You're not getting four Ferrari money for that. That's just not gonna happen. You can keep you can keep Turkey, bring Turkey that 1 to 2. Or you can keep taking like that 1 to 2, maybe 3 mil to go do those kind of fights that you're doing with the unknown fighters from 130. You could just take like 1, 2, 3 million. You could keep taking that. Can't give you that 20 piece, that 20 mil piece, or that 50 mil piece. You gotta be talking Shakur, or maybe Devin, or maybe Tio. They the only kind of fights that's gonna get you that Turk bag. And Coach Calvin saying things like, we can't do what we do against Shakur, or Coach Kenny flipping coins, making people think y'all looking to make the fight, all gotta stop. Tank fans gotta be real with y'all self. Lamont Roach gotta be the last pass. Y'all hear me? Lamont Roach has to be the last pass. Unless you're going down to 130 and you're going to do undisputed at 130. You're going to fight the champions down there, O'Shaquie Foster, Raymond Ford, and all them or whatever. Unless you're going down to 130, that's the only way you could break the lining on this pass. That's the only way. Other than that, that's it. It gotta stop. So either he gotta get with Turk and get it done. He gotta get with Turk and get one of those fights done. Or the best thing Tank can really do right now is retire. People making themselves look like fools trying to defend what's in the books on this man's resume. Facts is facts, and y'all clearly have nothing to stand on. Bud got something to stand on because Bud got credible accolades as a 4-division, 2-time undisputed. He got something to stand on. Turk don't. Tank don't, cause Tank don't got a lot to stand on, because those 2nd-tier belts don't stand out. They don't stand out a legacy. They don't stand out on legacy or look like legacy. The one and only legacy fight in his career is Pedraza, because everybody could clearly see he drained Ryan. Ryan looked sick against Tank, just like Devin looked sick against Loma, and that's why he got the fuck out of 135 pounds and went to 140. He slipped out of that fight with Loma and got that win and got the fuck out that division. Ryan was drained, and that gave Tank an advantage. Listen, Frank Martin was a nobody, who still to this day is a nobody. Frank Martin still to this day is unproven. BFTB just talk about Frank Martin because he Earl Spence fighter. That's why he don't have no argument for Frank Martin. He can't stand on nothing for Frank Martin. Just like y'all can't stand on nothing for Tank right now. But what you got to stand on, that's it. Listen, I bet on a stoppage against Frank Martin. That Tank would stop Frank Martin, and that was easy money. Gamboa was a good name, but he was washed up and carrying a 2nd-tier belt at 135. A crackerjack box belt. That's facts, y'all. Just gotta be real. I think Loma or T.O., or the dude that T.O. went over there and took the belt from, one of them, all of them had the belts. Yeah. Devin had a belt, all of them had belts at that time. When Tank fought Gamboa. One of them had belts. I just don't know who actually had the belts at that time, though. So, at this time, Tank need to be hollering at Turk ASAP. Because that's the only route that can help this situation. And if he really want that big bag, he might want to start packing his bags. He might want to start packing his bags and get to the only place he going to get the big bag. And come with your A game. Because the O can get scratched. It can get scratched if you don't. A level versus A level. Maybe A level versus B level. Look, that can get ugly. So, if you scared, get out the sport. See y'all on the Get Back.
I guess they thought it was over. The Maybach came with a chauffeur. Kept it going like a hoverboard. Guess some bitches started lost the charm. Okay. Young and rich, it's hard to maintain a lab when you still an artist. Me and Bad had a disagreement, man. This shit big lives and logic. Nigga, I never had to talk about you. Nigga, you helped out my whole family. I love you pussies doing all that talking. When the Fox kids strip your ass naked. I'm safe. These niggas on my spot, but God already called and told me I'm distant. Playing police game, they ain't changing the fake. I got bust on when he catch you. Hey, man, nigga ain't gonna none of that nice ass shit, man. I took a lot of mud and blood to be this shit. No more access around this shit, nigga. No more new face around. And if this shit go down the drain, niggas gonna be cuz of me, nigga. Oil farm or loaf. A fuck nigga ain't gonna be the real. I sit in the cold for this shit. I sold a lot of balls for this shit, nigga. I sit up in the cold for this shit. Mama ain't have a home for this shit. Keep going. Back then, I couldn't even borrow. Niggas ain't give me nothing to hold but my dick. Now look at them time to turn M's up in driveway full of shit. BD Pavin and L key.
Shit, which one? Yeah, that shit put the demon in the jailbreak.
Say on my mind while I sit here and pop a paint. And they say, hey, Kavon, every time I walk in the bank. I guess they thought it was over. The Maybach came with a chauffeur. Alright then. Kept it going like a hoverboard. Guess some bitches thought I lost the charm. Okay. Young and rich, it's hard to maintain a life when you still an artist. Me and Bad had a disagreement, and this shit big lives and large. Nigga, my mama smiling every day. I take a nigga light to keep my face like brand new catching charges every day. I got M niggas, how they beat their case like that. Paid up lawyers, that's how we do it. Made up stories, that's how they do it. I don't give a fuck about no blogs, whoever the fuck behind their page. You get the picture, fat what you on, blessing. They trying to get on why they dissing. I just told my mama fuck. She said, you respond to that shit, you ain't my children. Cause I ain't the only thing I'm missing. I'm too rich to go against. I'm vacate to the Yemen. Y'all part of Z's, how you see with the fishes. I can park a rolls in my kitchen. Pussy, Valencia boots, I ain't tripping. I just talk to fire, they say, by my name, never hits. I'm playing with cheese, I ain't never seen. Man, they kill my man, they can't enjoy with me.